giving, at least.
It depends on the teacher. I mean, and to be honest, it's one of those things where you ask around first, and it's not saying what teacher is good and what teacher is bad. It's everybody learns and works differently. So your question really to your peers and to people in college that you're going to should not be who's the good teacher and who's not. It should be who teaches like this, or how does this professor teach? Because that's your question. Is you want to find the professor that teaches the way that you're going to learn best, not who's the good professor and who's not. Because that honestly is different for every person. You really want to find who teaches the way you need it to be taught to you.
So you'd want to ask your college instructors and professors on their opinions of who to move on to next based on what you're learning?
Yes, but I would also go with just asking how they teach it and how they work. Because if you, like me, I have to actually do something in order to learn it. Like, you can tell me about it for an hour, I'm not going to get it unless I do it for 5 minutes.
Right.
So if we're talking about, like I was talking about, an informative paper where you can't have your opinion in it, I won't be able to do that on my, like, I'll understand the concept. I won't be able to do it on my own if you just tell me that that's how you do it and then tell me to go and write it. But if we sit down and we spend a class period practicing it and sharing our paragraphs with the instructor and having him tell us if we're doing it right, or give us feedback on what errors we've made and that kind of thing, that is how I learn. So I would be asking my English professor this semester, what English professor that's going to teach my next class will do the same hands-on activity for every lesson.
We learn pretty much the same on that one.
Yeah.
No wonder we get along so well.
English should be like...
And I've noticed that. And one thing I found, especially for myself and for people that I see new in college, a lot of times they are struggling because in the high schools, they coddle them. I mean, this weekend I was seeing these adorable little 3-month-old twins from a family friend who's now a grandmother, and they were so cute and adorable. But she's a French teacher in Farmington, New Mexico, and they have a policy on late papers: 2 weeks to get more than partial credit.
2 weeks? Half my professors won't even take a paper if it's an hour late.
She also teaches high school, so they coddle them. And she goes, "You turn it in late. I'm not going to grade it on time."
See, I don't even get 2 weeks to write the paper.
No.
For my cinema class, just for that one class alone, I have an average of 3 or more page papers due every week.
Mm-hmm.
Every week.
Yeah, it's like seeing these lines under my eyes.
Yeah.
And
some of them I'll get assigned on Monday, and they're due Wednesday at midnight.
Or Tuesday at midnight.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
But usually Wednesday. So, you have 2 days to write a 3-page paper, plus whatever else you're doing, whatever other classes you're taking, whatever other assignments you have going. Like, they don't care. You're working that into your schedule. And it's not like they don't care about you and they're trying to make it hard on you. It's, here's your deadline. Everybody has stuff going on in their life. You could be a full-time student. You could have a full-time job. I am taking 18 credits. I have a full-time job. I have a part-time job. I do some volunteer work, and I take odd jobs on film sets locally. So I do an insane amount of work. So I have to, incredibly, time management is just one of those things that I've had to learn. And that is definitely something that you need to learn going into college. Is not, you don't even need to know time management based on what you're doing right now. Because if you're just doing high school and, like, like a part-time job, that's not enough. You can't teach yourself how to only time management that. Mm-hmm. You have to teach yourself how to manage your time in a crazy schedule. And then when you have a backed off schedule, it feels like bliss. It's beautiful.
You're like, I should be doing something. You have that anxiety about nothing.
Yeah.